Hello there everyone and welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga video, and today we're going to be looking at how the Skywalker Saga could potentially fail. And before we get into the video, before you leave your dislike and your comment, the game is going to be extremely successful, I already know that, but it could be more successful if it does not do these things. These are just some things I'm worried about that could happen in the game. But before we jump into that, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, and share, and turn on that notification bell so you guys can be notified when these videos go up so you can watch them at your leisure. Now let's just get into the video. So probably one of the biggest things I'm worried about in this game is the lack of marketing. There's just not enough marketing, not enough news to go around. Any LEGO Star Wars YouTuber will tell you this. There is nothing to go off of.
In all fairness, there hasn't been a lot of news recently at all. We've been going for a draw, haven't we?
Hence why our channels are stale.
Yeah, hence why our channels are stale. There has been nothing since May 4th.
They've hardly released any trailers. They've given us bits and pieces of news here and there. They're refusing to tell us the actual release date. They're not telling us what event they're going to show up for the Summer Game Fest or Gamescom. And it's just overall refusing to give us information, which is not helping them sell their game. They're probably waiting for the last 2 months or so and then gonna drop a trailer with the gameplay and the release date and a whole bunch of news about it, and I'm sure we'll all be very excited then. But in the meantime, you gotta get people hyped up, and people are not seeing any trailers, any news, besides what us YouTubers can speculate, and what we can provide to you is what's keeping the game hype alive right now, because there is just no marketing at the moment. Another thing I'm worried about in this game is that it's either trying to be too much like the complete saga, where they're trying to take inspiration from levels and just put them back in with the new graphics and whatnot. And I know they said that they are not doing that, but I mean, it could still be possible that they're pretty similar, or they're not being enough like the complete saga. It's not enough of a LEGO game, which I don't think is going to happen. I think if it's going to be one or the other, it's probably going to be too much like the complete saga, but it's still a possibility that I'm worried about, is that it's too far from a LEGO Star Wars game, and it's its own kind of thing that doesn't feel like LEGO Star Wars. And again, of course, they confirmed that they're not just going to be remastering the complete saga and adding the sequel trilogy, but they will be redoing the entire thing, but they're taking inspiration from somewhere. So like, how similar will it be is my worry. Another thing I could potentially see this game falling short on is the amount of codes that they're putting into the game, or at least that we know of. They put it on all of the LEGO sets coming out in the summer, and they have confirmed some of these things that will be in the game, but some of these will have codes, and some people think that they're overusing the codes, just like me. I think that they're using too many codes and relying on it too much than actual gameplay. Like Emperor Palpatine being unlocked through the code, the Razor Crest being unlocked through the code, and actually much more is a little bit concerning to me. We want to be able to play all these things and not have to buy the set. Again, that depends on how these codes will play out, if it's a cheat code, and then if one person buys it and puts it on the internet, then everyone can, or it's like you have to buy the set to get the code so you can unlock it, and nobody else can use that code once you have. If it's like that, I'm pretty worried, but if it's a cheat code, I'm less so, but I still think the amount of codes that you're using is a little bit much. And the last thing I'm a little bit worried about that I think this game could potentially fall short on is the actual story, the actual games, the actual levels. The TT Games developers keep talking about how great the free roam is, and I cannot wait to play that free roam. I am going to love it. It could get to the point where they are neglecting the actual levels. For example, the Rancor pit apparently will not be a part of the level, but it'll be a free roam activity. And if they put too many of these missions in the free roam activity that you cannot replay, like if you put it in a level, you could replay the Rancor fight, but if you put it in free play, you can only do it once. And if they do that for too many special events or missions, then I'm a little bit concerned. It could fall short on what makes a LEGO game with the replayability and going through all these iconic moments. And if it's just all in free play and you can only do it once and have to search for it, it's kind of taking away that replayability a little bit. So I'm a little bit worried about that. Overall, I want to get this out of the way, and I want to get this message across to you clearly. I think this game is going to be great. I think it's going to do ridiculously well, but if these things can be improved upon, I feel like it could just be that much better. Of course, some of these are just concerns of mine, and some of these are a little bit community-wide complaints, if you put it that way, but I just hope that all of these are resolved to make this game a much better game than it could be if these things are involved. I'm not trying to spread toxicity throughout the community or anything like that. I'm just saying these are some things that could happen that could make the game a little bit worse than we were all anticipating. What do you guys think of this list? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Hope you guys enjoy it. I put out these videos all the time, so make sure you turn on the notification bell for that so you guys can see those when they come out and you can watch them at your leisure. And I'll see you guys in the next video.